we're going to call the Park and Rec Commission meeting to order on Tuesday, August 21st. It's 6:32 p.m. And stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. And does anyone have anything to add to the agenda or any changes?
Nope, not at this time.
Do we need to talk about budgeting for next year for capital projects?
I was going to do that at our next meeting.
Okay.
Starting to work on CIP stuff.
Okay.
I was going to hit that up at the September meeting.
Okay. All right. Motion for approval.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? All right. Looking for a motion for approval of the July 9th minutes. Is there any
Motion.
changes?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, motion carries. All right, on to business. Music in the park.
So we are all set to go for Music in the Park coming up. That'll be on Saturday, September 28th. Thank you, Melissa, for drafting up the flyer once again. Baseball club doing beer and seltzer, lines for food, treats from the cookie store, pony rides from Glitter Ponies. We have 2 ponies that'll be there this year. Making the rounds, Michael Handler will be back for music. We got the 2 bounce houses, the Tiger Bounce House and the Wacky 3-in-1 that we approved last go around. That's all solidified in. And then Carver County Parks will be setting up for archery for everyone.
Archery.
That'll be a great event.
Mhm.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, real nice. So all set to go. At this point, we just do advertising, getting this out on our social media. We got it in the newsletter too this year. So sweet. Hopefully make it a go.
Good deal.
All right.
How will the construction be? Do we know what it will look like at that time, or if we need to have it?
Nope.
No clue.
It'll be probably down. We'll be more down
Yeah.
the road a bit, so we should be okay there. I don't know how far along the construction will be.
Shouldn't really
Restroom
be.
should be open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shouldn't
Are
be.
they open now or not?
Yep.
Okay.
Pavilion will be wide open. Good for use.
Are they hider seating or what are you doing for around the pavilion?
We were throwing, Sandy was putting down seed
Okay.
and doing hay over the top of it.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything to irrigate that down the road?
There are spigots on the exterior, and that's about it.
Okay. Is there something that we should consider down the road or not, or?
I think you establish it like you do the rest of the park grass, and
Okay.
So I don't think we don't irrigate anything else, do we?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
that's all I have for Music in the Park.
The only other thing is face painting. Do we, like the person I reached out to is booked? Is that anything that's super important, or do we just go with?
I think there's
I think we
enough
just- yeah, I was gonna
activities
say, I think we
for
just
3
go with it.
hours. I mean,
Yeah.
how much can you do in 3 hours?
Yeah.
You're gonna have quite a line. Never get the painting in or I think you're good.
I'll put it in the area for next year, about that same time.
Or see how this goes first, and if this goes over really well.
Mhm. That's all I have for Music in the Park.
And what, set signs out a couple weeks ahead of time then?
Yep, we still
Do it.
have the old signs.
'Cause it says like this Saturday.
Yes.
So we have to
Oh.
go out like Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Put it up.
Stake those in the ground again.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sounds good. All right. Christmas tree lighting event discussion.
Switch over to that. So we decided the date was going to be Sunday, December 8th, 2024, from 4:30 to 5:30 PM. I still need to reach out, just think about this today, got to reach out to Watertown Mayor Chamber Choir once again. School back in session yet for them?
Nope. Not until after
yet.
Labor Day.
After Labor Day?
They probably go back next week.
The staff is back on Monday.
Okay, I'll let them get settled in before I start blasting them with emails about events and things. Hit that up after Labor
I
Day.
think poor Waconia starts next week.
For food and beverage, we got the Lions Club. Said they would do that.
That's like cookies and hot cocoa, right?
Yeah, I think they might have thought apple cider. We'll let them toss out some ideas. Santa and Mrs. Claus on the fire department engine we had talked about. I've confirmed with the fire department they will bring in Santa and Mrs. Claus. Who was going to reach out to Santa and Mrs. Claus and confirm that? I don't know if we talked about that. Does anybody know them? Okay.
I don't know if Mike
Uh,
does.
Mike, I think knew him.
Stop by my house every year, and that's about it. My only connection.
Is the
What-
fire department event on Friday then? The
I-
Friday before that?
Don't know when theirs is off
Mm.
the top of my head. But they said they would do this. I talked with Andy.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I can ask Andy what their names are and we can get that number.
Okay. Watertown Mayor ECAC, looking to have them do crafts once again. You know, if they're on board or,
I think they're still a go. They just had their budget meeting like last week. So waiting to hear back, but
we still got a
should
little.
be good. Yeah.
Is there anything else we wanted to do? It's an hour, so it's not like you can.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
quite a bit to squeeze into an hour.
We're good with this. We can roll with it. We'll have the pavilion and the splash pad, however we want to decorate that up.
I think that's pretty good considering,
I know Public Works was really interested in decorating up the pavilion.
I think we should anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
We talked about doing like a house decorating contest.
Yes, we talked about, a house decorating contest as well.
How are we just gonna go around one night in the car and check them out and then grade them that way and then,
I think we could ask for votes like the night after the tree lighting.
okay.
People can go drive, and if we have a map or something there,
So we like discuss it at the, tell everybody at the tree lighting ceremony.
and have like maps of people who have
Sign
signed up.
So we would advertise in the flyer.
Yep. We have to do that. And then we should do it October and November,
Mhm.
because how many people read them or not.
Right.
And Facebook it,
Mhm.
We'll get it on our social media, of course.
social media.
So yeah, we would need a sign up and then, to be voted on by the public following.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Christmas
the
tree
best way
lighting
to
ceremony.
vote.
We could
I
do
think-
like a Google form.
A Google form would be
Google with
be
the
easy.
QR code type of deal.
You could have a link on the city website.
Do a QR code if we hand out maps at the tree lighting. That can have a QR code on it. To
Yeah.
scan
So you'd have to pre-sign up though for the contest?
if you wanted your house.
We need a deadline,
Considered.
so it has to be by
Mhm.
December.
Yeah, because you'd have to vote, I'm assuming, for house 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Probably at least by Thursday. 'Cause we could start building a map before that and add any last minute ones, print them off Friday. And have it ready to go.
What was the prize? What did we decide on?
We had set a gift card or something.
We did, but I can't remember if we decided on how much.
Do a local gift card or do,
Well, that's getting kind of,
yeah, or just a,
slim pickings there.
just a Visa or MasterCard type of,
Yeah.
That's what I would
Or
do.
Yeah.
Like we do Target for the coloring, right?
Yep. I'd be fine with a Target or like you said, just a plain
The Visa
Visa.
one's
I would do a plain Visa that way they can
Yeah.
do.
I would,
Yeah.
I would do like,
$100.
if I would do a couple hundred, I think. I mean, if you're gonna go
That'd
all out,
entice more people to do it.
right? And if you're gonna go all out, you deserve a
Yeah.
couple $100,
Yep.
Even just like submitting your house to be
right?
included.
Right, because you're
We'll
you're
take
like
effort.
literally gonna
People
plan
have
this
to-
out.
They have to go all through.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd say 250, something like that. Make it worthwhile.
I'd support that.
A singular grand prize winner.
No, there should be a runner up for
Yeah.
like 100.
Maybe two, just two people.
Let's do
We
two.
did 250. 250, like what were you thinking?
250, 100.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, like 250 and 100.
Okay.
I'm not entering.
It sounds like somebody's got a whole shed full of decorations.
I do, but I'm not entering. I'm done with that stuff. 224th Street, I have lots of lights. You're welcome to them. They're all LED.
That's his angle. He doesn't want the prize money.
He wants people to buy his stuff.
to buy his old light.
No,
That's where he's
they're
making-
free.
Creating a market.
They're free. I just want the room in my garage.
See the Facebook Marketplace ad shortly.
So would we do like a Google form then for people to sign up as well?
I think so.
I would think so.
You just type in your address.
Mhm.
That's all you'd have
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Name
You
and
know how to do all
address.
this stuff, Nick?
Sure.
Forms.google.com.
Yeah,
It's really simple. Yeah. If you need help, shoot an email to one of us.
This
We'll-
stuff
I haven't
is
used it.
all
But it's
foreign to
it's
me.
got to be straight.
It's really easy.
Or if you do you use Microsoft for? There's Microsoft Forms too.
Okay.
Also,
integrate
also
with-
pretty simple.
Yeah.
I know this. Paper.
Get your typewriter.
Yep.
So do we need to make a motion for allocating budget for that?
350.
If you really want to, it's within my spending limits, so
Okay.
I can just do it.
Okay.
As long as I'm getting the nods here and it looks like I am.
Yep.
Yep.
You're getting okay.
Sounds good.
Mike's sitting at home. That's not near enough when I win.
That's why he didn't come tonight. He
Yeah,
wants
right.
to- he wants to answer. I didn't vote for that.
You'd have to abstain.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
to get something in the October newsletter then and in
Yes.
September. Do you want, I can help.
I would think September because
with
there's a
that.
lot of people that put up their
October
lights in
newsletter
October
goes,
Yeah.
before the stuff flies.
October 11th ish.
Oh, that should be good then.
When would that go out? Now that I'm thinking about it. October,
Do you post those to the city website?
the newsletters? We don't.
Can you? please?
Yes. Should be easy to upload.
You're already making a PDF or something?
Yeah, it's a PDF we send
Yeah.
out to the publisher. So it should just be easy to go, whoosh, here they are. Organize them by year.
Okay.
Myself a note.
You could even, when does the next one go out?
Next one will go out September.
I mean,
11th.
even if we don't have anything ready, like you were saying, like people get them up pretty early, you could have a little blurt, just a sentence or something like,
Oh, watch for this.
yeah, watch for information on
True.
a
Yeah.
Mhm.
House decorating.
house decorating contest. Yeah.
True. See how it goes this year.
Yeah.
Just kind of feel like it's been kind of lackluster. You know, and I'm part of the problem. I know that.
Lights wise?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, me too. I've never put up lights. I don't
Really?
have any.
There, come on over.
That's what I was thinking. I will be visiting.
See, there we go.
There you go.
Problem solved.
Solving all the world's problems.
If you see some bins at your front door.
Yeah, right? Donation.
Well, that'll be something too to kind of add. I feel like every year we've added a little something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. And we're trying it out. If 2 people sign up, then
Yeah.
maybe we don't do it next year.
Right? Oh, that's wonderful. One strip of lights wins
Yeah.
$250.
Yeah.
Oh, we know that won't happen. I know Mike goes all out. So, well, he's abstained though. So,
He abstained from the vote.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to too. I usually put lights on the front too.
I wouldn't want to enter.
No, I won't either.
It's for the community, for the kids.
Mhm. I think we're good on that front.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, coloring contest.
How many choices again?
Several. Thank you, Melissa.
I think
So
we
do we-
chose 2 for younger and 2 for older.
No, just
Or-
one for younger and
one
one for
for-
older.
okay.
I looked back at those ones that we've
Okay.
done. Yeah.
So is the reindeer? Oh, we're
Yeah, these are
this was
different than
probably the
ones we've
simplest
done.
one.
Yep.
Just lines wise. I guess the snowman. These are both kind of.
Mhm.
I see what you did. Well, I don't know. These 3 are all kind of.
And if you want to give me some copies, I can put them down at the post office too.
Oh, well, there's some on the back. I didn't realize we had double sided them.
We had the 3 age groups, and then we had a design for each, right?
Yeah, so we did 6 total. I think last year we had at least one entry that was over 18.
Sorry.
Were they?
We turn them away?
No,
Said get
no, I think like they wrote on there like over 18.
Just wanted to.
I
do
just
it.
We
wanted
just
to
wanted
color.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So I don't know if we just do like a for fun category for adults too.
Yeah, 18 to older.
Yeah.
18 and older.
I feel like this is simple too.
The
A
adult
big
category.
reindeer
Yeah.
head.
I didn't realize this was on the back.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe not a prize for adults, but
Honorable mentions.
honorable mentions. There you go.
You could just list it as that instead of group 4.
I wish we had a
honorable
coffee shop or
mentions.
something, say, get a $5 gift card for a cup of coffee or something,
Yeah.
but
mhm.
we don't have
That's
that.
the herbal
There's that
by the
tea
sea.
place.
True.
Yeah.
Their stuff is really good.
Yes. Do that.
Gives you a nice pick me up.
Yeah, we picked two designs.
Because I could talk to them to get a gift card for that.
For each, we picked 2.
No, we picked 2 designs.
Oh,
And then you just submit what you want.
Mhm.
I think that's better. I think it's too.
and that's for
complicated.
each age group, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
So
just
we had the
2
three
all
age- we had
across
the
the
3
board.
age brackets. We had 2. You could choose which one you wanted to do. Submit that.
It's the
and then
same.
we-
It's only 2 designs for all the ages, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is too complicated
And then we
for
chose 6 winners.
the wreath.
I like the
Older
wreath.
ones that are gonna.
I know, I like the wreath. I do. I love the wreath, but
The older peak kids want to have something a little more
Yeah.
true.
I would agree.
challenging.
Okay.
I say either the wreath or the elf as the more complicated.
Yeah, because they're a
Then
little
the
more
wreath.
busy.
I was thinking the wreath and the deer. The
Which deer? The head or the whole
I
thing?
I kind of like the moon.
The who?
Well,
Oh,
not the moon.
I'm like, when the frick did we get a moon?
Oh, the one with the head's good.
oh, the
too.
deer with the moon. Oh, that's, I'm like, what?
I like the head one. I'm not gonna.
Okay, so we got root.
So you want pre or post taxidermy reindeer?
Yeah.
Maybe they would sponsor.
Oh boy. Hey, you got little snowflakes and stuff. Yeah, that'll work.
That's nice.
Glad we're live streaming this.
Yeah, right.
So wreath for sure.
Yep.
And then which one of the
The
deer?
head.
Yeah.
That one.
Yep.
Rudolph on your wall.
Beautiful. I just got to convince my kids they want to color.
We'll do the sleigh one next week.
Yeah.
That was nice.
We kind of had a sleigh one last year.
We did.
Oh yeah, let's make sure we didn't pick
With
the
a
same
reindeer
things.
and Santa.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did we use
yeah.
that one though?
Yes.
Okay, we did.
This was the one, and that was the other one.
Okay. I think we did good.
Then we're good then. Cool.
All right.
So it's
Do we need a motion?
Yeah. Let's make one motion tonight.
I motion to approve the two drawings as discussed, the wreath and the reindeer head for the coloring contest.
I make second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Commissioner reports. Anyone have anything to?
I haven't had any other meetings, so I have nothing.
We didn't have meeting last. Or did we? Oh, yeah.
I'll
That
chime
was just
in.
earlier.
Council's been pretty lackluster.
It's been very swift
Yes.
and efficient.
Yeah, the last one, 15 minutes. I think.
We've had an update to the layout. So this was the original concept that we submitted as part of the grant application for the trail redesign as part of the grant program. The green part was the original, this green part over on the, you can't even see. This green was supposed to be yellow. But this part stays, and then we're redoing down here, and then we're redoing here. And as part of the grant, you have to create ADA accessibility to all the existing
Facilities.
facilities. So we added in all that and submitted it, went off. We went back out there. Now that the pavilion is in, we were like, all right, let's take another look at the trail and see what we really want to do. So Kyle and myself and a couple of the engineers, we were out there taking a peek at things, and we're going, I think we can do a little bit better on this. So the updated design concept we've got,
Nice.
flows a little bit better. Let's swap between the two here.
Oh,
There, you got there's a lot of asphalt down here, a lot of right angles, a lot of jogs here, and this thing coming off the edge and
Yeah.
boulevardish thing. So we
Makes a lot more
took
sense.
that out
That's
and
nice.
went straight in. And instead of a bunch of asphalt here and here, this is going to be egg lime,
Nice.
compacted egg lime.
and the red there?
Yep, and the reddish orangish.
Yep.
Egg lime there, egg lime there. That's
Okay.
going to save cost on asphalt and just make this entire area ADA accessible.
I was just gonna ask. You can do aggregate.
I was
Yep.
just gonna say it's
88 feet.
compact enough to,
Yep, my contact with the DNR grants office, they've signed off on this. They said it was, well, over email, they said it was good. So
So we
So,
put an asphalt sidewalk then next to the pavilion? Is that
yes,
right next to it?
yep, that's right next to it. So that'll butt right next to the concrete rather than having a grass strip that then has to get mowed.
well, and then plus kids are, walking, will stay on the concrete hopefully and not in the grass and into the splash pad and back and forth and track grass in there all the time and get something plugged up in the filters.
I know it's a cost item. Wouldn't you want to just do a concrete? Like it'd be
Just right.
yeah,
next to
right
the-
adjacent to the pavilion. Like it seems like
Yeah, to put asphalt.
a butt asphalt to there just look a little goofy. Or is it just cost?
It's not cost. I think it's delineation, and we submitted our cross section as an asphalt for the trail.
Okay.
They might be fine with switching it to concrete.
Yeah.
But then it's tying into the rest of the asphalt in the area. Not that it can't be done, but
I'm not upset about it. It's just
So anything on the ice rink on future, do we submit for doing boards or something like that down the road or not?
they
Or,
had to be that permanent was the requirement.
For the grant,
Well-
yeah.
it'd have to be permanent.
so we just, basically, we need to put a pad down and get boards, but we just anchor them to well, I've heard don't do asphalt, use concrete, correct?
Yeah,
So we just have to molly them to the concrete and, I mean, if worst case, you bolt them down. So if you had to take them apart, you can.
right. They would have to be permanent.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be permanent, but for some reason,
One breaks, you have to
Right,
replace
you
them.
can take them out or,
Right. The idea being that if the DNR shows up to do a check, they're there.
yep.
not stored in public
But I
works.
mean, that way during the summer, you can use it as pickleball courts or a pickleball court and a basketball court or something like that. So you can
Mhm.
have a multi-purpose that way too.
I'd say we wrap this, if we're gonna do this, I mean, the concrete alone will be a bunch, but
Yeah,
we're also working with the baseball club.
Dugouts.
do
Dugouts,
dugouts,
fields,
yeah.
upgraded
Grandstand.
fields.
So maybe we can tie that in
We've seen
together
that
with that, yeah. Because we
Trying to get
talked
that.
about dugouts and then have some like seating above the dugouts. I mean, we were just spitballing at the time, but
Mayor Baseball Club wants to get in an expert who does field assessments, produces, this is what you need to do
yep.
to get to the level you want it to be, have some cost estimates associated with it. That way we can build a CIP budget around it.
Yeah. Mike seemed to, yeah, Mike had someone that he knew that did that. And it wasn't as much as you were thinking it was gonna cost.
Yep, we just got to get to that point so
Yeah.
I can build a CIP around it and the other projects we want to do around the city.
Do we have any idea of cost? So when we meet next month, we can talk about getting that into our,
The whole ball field thing?
just for like the assessment of what needs to be done. 'Cause if we can plan for that at least next year.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, it's hard to.
I was gonna
We've got,
say,
we've got a couple big budget items we're looking at, like if we're gonna start talking about how we're spending our money, like it'd be good to have
Yeah.
So,
just,
rough ideas.
Yeah.
well, the good news is the grandstand, if we would build one, now we have bathrooms not far away. However, that's not gonna cure, if a handicapped person's down there watching a ball game, that's
Yeah.
not gonna help us.
Yeah.
You're still gonna need something down
Yep.
by the ball
But
field.
is there water sewer in that hut down there, isn't there?
Water, no
Water?
sewer, I don't think.
Well, there's
There
gotta
have
be
to
for
be sewer.
drains.
Well, there's small drains. I don't think
There's
there's,
I would still be a 4-inch down there, I bet.
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. But back on the topic of the CIP, I started getting it together.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
So we had this list, ongoing list of stuff we were looking at doing from years prior. I ported that in. I haven't put budgetary figures to it because I don't know what any of this costs.
Yeah.
In relation, look at the 435 fund, for example. This is a lot of public works type of stuff. We've got gym floor, we've got roof, HVAC, lawnmowers, all that stuff. And then we have costs associated. Then what I do is I pull an inflationary factor on that. And then we pull it out into the years we're going to go ahead and plan for it. Now, this is not set in stone. If you get an extra year or two on it, or if something breaks sooner, little give. It's our internal document, so we can edit it
Yeah.
as necessary. But we start with a fund balance. We'll go back here. Start with the fund balance, what the levy will be. There's interest income derived off the fund balance that is then calculated back in. So we have a running total. The main one here is at the bottom. That's the fund balance at the end of the year after expenditures are made. And the idea is we're levying enough that this number never goes negative,
Mhm.
so that the money's always in the bank. To buy it, we don't have to take out equipment bonds or pay interest on any of that and
Mhm.
pay it for it. So that's done. Streets, I'm getting finalized. Fire equipment is the exact same way. It's all funded, ready to go. Parks is the last one that really needs to get together. But given we were blowing all our money on splash pad and pavilions,
We had a couple of years to.
there's a little bit more time to get this thing
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
considering there was no money whatsoever to
But it-
spend.
I bet you if we were doing bathrooms, grandstand, dugouts, ice rink, I bet you
We're
it's
at
nothing
half a
short of $1
million.
million.
That's where we put it in here. We start going, okay, what's it gonna take?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Is
at least
75 enough?
750
We
at
gotta
least.
bump it up to 100, or which one of these are getting pushed back? That's where we start slotting it in all the years to figure out when it's gonna work and to do stuff.
And
If
then,
we have an assessment done next year, that would come out of the CIP.
General fund
Pay
budget,
general.
Pay for the assessment.
depending on how much, the general fund budget could pick it up pretty easy.
and then you gotta worry too, of how much longer is town team ball gonna be around? You know? Cause that's who's gonna use it.
Yep.
I mean, is the investment worth being there? I want to say yes. You know, town ball's been around a long time, but there for a while it was a struggle.
Yeah, I think it's
Sort of.
thriving again.
I do too.
And it's
I mean-
sort of a chicken or the egg thing too. Like,
And in my verbal conversations with the baseball club, they have indicated they would want to put some of their gambling proceeds towards the capital improvements as well. So they would be looking at in some capacity, not yet
Are they
determined.
limited to how much they can donate?
So I haven't figured that out yet, but they have indicated, yes, they would like to contribute to the ball field improvements.
do they run pull tabs or something, or what are they?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
On another note, I was asked about the Meadow Park doing, the parking lot and that kind of thing, just because they're in soccer and whether or not we do a little more improvements with the soccer field so it's more soccer regulated or to its specs.
Mhm.
They would rent out slotted times to then use it. So that because a lot of them are traveling to Chaska or farther to rent soccer field time.
I'm surprised they don't try to rent time from Mayor Lutheran.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
no at all, but I know Mayor Lutheran, they have the two fields there and
Yep,
they never get used.
but whether or not it's not to their regulations and specs type of,
Okay.
What league is that?
like Crow River in those leagues, I mean,
We usually have enough, I think, in Watertown with Crow River.
okay. But for practicing and stuff like that too, yeah.
Yep. At the elementary school, there's, I don't know how many fields there. Decent amount.
But, I mean, I'm just looking for revenue if people are willing to pay, I mean, it's
Dog park's still on there.
not
Yeah.
crazy amount, but
Mhm.
it's something. And
I'd
whether or
like to
not
see that
where
going
we
with the trails.
put that park into the rest of them too, where.
You seen Watertown?
With that, is it gonna be 5 years down the line before? we-
Yeah, it's in the middle of the woods.
That's this whole process.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just figuring it out.
You don't like it?
All I can see is your dog's coming home full of wood ticks.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Like right behind the elementary school.
Yeah.
So that's the quick and dirty on the CIP end of things. Want to get that polished up just a little bit better.
So just on the trails thing, so I saw that, or I bled all over the city like trail improvement project thing. Is that part of? Does that I mean, because it looked like on that we would dead ends in up in the development up there, basically west of town, like we dead ended the trail off of the Meadow Park improvement, not Meadow Park.
Coldwater.
I can never remember the name of the parks. By the splash pad and the ice rink, all that, the baseball diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
Old
Yeah.
School Road.
Yeah. So yeah, you're dead ending the trail over there on what it already does there.
Yeah, so this portion right here,
Oh, and there is already a sidewalk or trail there, isn't there?
yep, this
Okay.
section was done number of years, not a number, but not terribly long ago, so it's
Okay.
in good condition.
Okay,
The rest of this is in not good condition.
sure.
So this leg's getting redone. This part is all getting redone. This stays
Sure.
as is, since it's still good.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know there was already sidewalk in that neighborhood.
Yep.
That's my only thing.
I think like
Just
at
asking
events,
about
we get
that.
a lot of comments from people who say they want a park in that neighborhood.
Coldwater?
It's hard because if you do live all the way on the other side, it
That's
is
a long
pretty
way.
far to Old Schoolhouse,
If that other
but
part,
it is walkable. It's just
Yeah.
far.
It is.
I agree, but
There
there's
should
just
be
no
one.
place to put it right now.
Eventually in here.
Do any of the additions, they don't include a park space at all, right?
So you have an option.
park
They just pay
dedication
the
funds or
dedication.
put a park in.
Right.
Yeah.
In discussions with Jude Legoo, he has stated that he would like to have a park going here.
Mhm.
By the river.
by the river in dedication to his late father. He had mentioned just verbally to me he would donate the land and would want to help be a part of it. So, but that's also, you're talking a distance too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but a little bit.
That'd be
closer.
cool though.
Yeah.
But
It'd be nice
then
to
you'd
have
have something
fishing
to
pier.
bookmark or
Mhm.
bookend
Yeah,
that,
it'd
and
be really neat.
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
it
to
was,
have it, like, we're on the river and we don't have any access to it.
Mhm.
Very nice.
because
I didn't even know it was there until like a year after I moved here. I was like, oh, there's a river. There's a river over here.
Try and fish anywhere. Who knows what you're gonna catch?
That'd have to be annexed too, right? Because that's not part of the city right now.
Nope, it's outside of city limits. Would it have to be annexed? No, it wouldn't have to be. This area in here can only get developed so much just because, well,
Wetland.
there's your wetlands and then there's, where is it?
Floodplain.
Floodplain.
A
That's-
lot of floodplain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought they were doing something slick back there in the development.
So what you can do is, it's called a LOMA. I forget what it stands for. You can apply for one through the DNR. And what you basically do is you bring in a bunch of fill to raise it up above floodplain level, but then you have to offset it
Yeah,
somewhere.
you got to
else.
mitigate somewhere else.
buy a credit from somewhere else.
You usually it's a lot of times it has to be, it's really specific in like where it can be. So like, I mean, I've done this for a couple of projects where like, let's say you do floodplain fill at this location.
Yeah.
It has to, your mitigation has to be within so many feet upstream and downstream
Oh,
of where because you don't want to be creating, it's like, oh, I provided floodplain, like, but it's like way down river.
Yep.
Doesn't really do any good. So usually it's like, you have to find another area you can like remove soil from,
okay.
create more additional
So the
floodplain.
water can go somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't cause floodplain somewhere else, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like you cause rise,
Yep.
basically.
So yeah, you can already see pre-grading here.
Mhm.
You can see development happening here. But they won't, I mean, they're just skirting the edges of the floodplain and that's by design.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna build them on the river at one point.
You can get pretty close in that one area right there.
Because this is the 9th edition. Or will be, I should say, will be the 9th edition.
Yeah, that's not going on now.
No,
Okay.
8th edition right in here. This will be the 9th edition at
Where-
some point.
Where's the gigantic holding pond going?
That'll get figured out when they design.
Okay. That's that wasn't fenced in because it wasn't like 100 plus feet deep, I think. I thought, don't quote me. It's been a long time since I've seen,
Is it a natural hole?
no,
It used to be a gravel pit there.
yeah.
That whole,
Oh,
like where that was a gravel pit, so they dug it down,
gotcha.
put all the gravel, and that's why there's some.
Well, that pond's pretty deep on its own. I wouldn't doubt if that thing's 40, 50 feet deep. That's back there already. Anyway, sorry, off track.
You can put a
Park over
park.
here, yeah.
You can put a park in the floodplain.
Yeah, that's a great use of it. Put a park in there if it floods, who cares?
Yeah, Watertown has how many parks that flood? Like
It's very popular
Yeah.
floodplains to do that.
Mhm.
It's the only good use for it.
Well, yeah, they only flood, what, a month out of the year?
Save some asphalt costs, save some project costs, doing ag lime instead. And just making it a lot more user-friendly too.
Good.
And a bunch of right angles. So that's update on that.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're doing
Any timelines. on-
compacting the soils. We have to bring it 15 inches below grade.
So you would send out an email that said that the original layout.
Oh, yes. That was the other thing. Thank you. I knew there was something else I was not thinking of. Yes. Let me get to that. Project files, splash pad, application. suppose it's on the same one too. I use this one because it works.
Yep.
So as we began filling in this area, this west side, specifically is 5 feet. So that the outer ring is 5 feet wide, just for reference. When we got looking at that with Henning, it was going to take about 4 feet of fill to bring it up to hold that 5 feet.
Yeah.
So instead of a perfectly spherical, we're going to shift this thing over 5 feet and save us just
Yeah, put it at an angle a little bit, not a big deal.
CRS is working on a redesign of it, no extra cost to the city to adjust that 5 feet to the east.
Nice.
Really shouldn't be any.
I was hoping to have that for tonight's meeting, but I haven't gotten it.
Okay.
So it won't be perfectly spherical. It's fine. It'll still look okay. Just save a bunch of cost and fill by shifting it 5 feet.
Awesome. I was gonna say, like, my comment was like, didn't look like it got moved a whole lot because, like, they're still basically filling, in that area. But
Yep.
yeah, just that little shift. That's nice.
5, maybe 10 feet tops, but we're thinking 5 to make it a go.
So they're getting all the fill in, compacting, and then after that, whenever the tank is, or was it a
Yep.
tank that was back ordered?
Yes,
Yeah.
the in-ground tank, that'll be going about in this area. We don't want to do anything here because they have to bring it over and in, excavate, put it in, take the big equipment back over. Then they'll pour the splash pad and take care of it.
Cool. Do they have are they still on their relative schedule that they last?
Early September,
Yeah,
but I haven't heard any deviations from that.
sure. Until you hear that it's another month out. Okay,
No,
that's cool.
hopefully we get a nice warm fall here, get a little bit of use out of it. But if it gets cold, we'll fire it up for a day, make sure it runs, then winterize it, and it'll be good for next spring.
Yeah.
Whenever it gets warm enough, we'll
Do
kick
a
her
nice
on.
Open house in the spring.
Yep.
Awesome.
Nice
Anyone
part is,
else from anyone?
5 years from now, nobody will remember that it got pushed back a season.
No.
That's what I got on things.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Is that your motion?
That was my
Sounded
motion.
like you were asking.
Nope.
Oh.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess we'll have to see how it comes out in minutes next week.
Aye.